Now we're going to start section 16.2, sines and cosines functions. Two big questions here. How do you know if the answer is going to be positive or negative? Well, we look at our unit circle here. This is going to be like your main focus in this section to try to figure out these answers. Don't use your calculator. You're going to get decimal answers and that won't be right. Big thing you need to remember is that the cosine are all the x values and sine are all the y values. So if you look at your unit circle, we can break it up in the x and y axis, x-axis here, y-axis here. All of these values on this side are going to be positive x and positive y. So no matter which sine or cosine, in quadrant 1 they're going to be positive values. If it's in quadrant 2, then all the x values, which are cosine, are going to be negative, and all the sine values are the y values, so they're going to be positive. Just like the numbers that you do, like 1, 2, 3, 4, those are all positive numbers, but when you look over here, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, so cosine, because it's the x, is going to be negative over here. So if we look at this, sine of 200, we look to see where 200 degrees is. Well, here's 180, here's 210. It's going to be in here somewhere. And we're looking at the sine. Well, sine goes with the y, so all these values are negative here for sine. So we don't care what the answer is, we just want to write that it's negative. And then we go with negative 225. That's between negative 180 is here and negative 270 is up here, so it's in here somewhere. Doesn't really matter where. We're looking at the cosine now, so that's the x value. That one is also negative. So you're looking at the x's and y values. The cosine is x, sine is y. The other question that we have is, how do you find the exact value of a trig function? Sometimes you'll be able to plug them in your calculator and you'll get them right. More often than not, you're going to get some weird decimal and it's not going to be right. So cosine of 150, again, look at your unit circle, find where 150 degrees is. Oh, right there. And then remember, it's cosine, then sine, and your coordinate point. So this point right here is negative square root of 3 over 2, comma 1/2. So that means if I take the cosine of 150 degrees, I'm going to get negative square root of 3 over 2. If I do sine of 150 degrees, 1/2. We want cosine. So this is, if I would plug it into my calculator, I would get the decimal answer to negative square root of 3 over 2. Then we'll put some radians in here. Sine of 4 pi over 3. The nice part about these answers is you're going to find them on your unit circle. Where's 4 pi over 3? Right there. 240 degrees. And we're looking at sine. So the sine of this angle, either sine of 240 if you put it in your calculator, or sine of 4 pi over 3, is going to give you that same answer. So this is what you need. If you don't know the unit circle, find a YouTube video to find the answers to the unit circle, or you can just copy this one down. Remember that cosine is x, sine is y, and I have tangent in there. That's just this sine value divided by cosine, so y divided by x.